box office results exploding on the charts, a statement came from Annie Glow, then head of worldwide marketing for DreamWorks Animation. What a fitting name for her, by the way, Glow. She, hopping on the murmurs of another film, claimed that it's too early to tell. There hasn't been a lot of discussion about it, which makes sense anyway, since the film only just came out, right? Moving ahead a couple more months, though, to August of 2012, and as murmurs continued to firm, Eric Darnell popped up, being the writer and co-director of all movies. It's fair to say he would have quite the insider knowledge on the going-ons of the Madagascar franchise, and boy did he have a lot to say. Addressing the talks of a potential Madagascar 3, Eric went on to clarify that in order for it to happen, quote, two things have to happen. One is that the world has to want Madagascar 4, because if they don't, it doesn't matter what we do. Makes sense, really, right? Now, I'm certainly no authority on dictating whether there is an actual demand for new Madagascar. In fact, I'm probably one of the worst people who could possibly ask on the topic. When I punch that title into YouTube, I see a lot of million views. So, going on further, the other thing is, even if the world wants Madagascar 4, we have to make sure that we have an idea that it is incredible, that it's great, that it's unexpected. If the audience wants this and we have a great idea, we will see. Maybe. Really, that's a whole lot of words for what is simply pretty obvious. Of course, 3 movies in, you can't expect to make a 4th unless there's somewhere for the story to go, and there is an actual demand for it to continue. Still, with those easy foundational materials set, the project moved into confirmation territory, since at some point within DreamWorks, these criteria had been released. As 2 years later, on June 12, 2014, the film was scheduled to release on May 18, 2018. As for the actual details of this project, they remain scarce. From most sources, the plot was considered completely unknown. Basic speculation suggested it would probably focus on our main heroes, Alex, Marty, Cora, and Melvin. Also, the sky is blue. Some suggested that the group may be tired of being in captivity and try to return to Africa, even though that's, essentially a plot that they've already kind of done. And one source I found that apparently went unnamed claimed all sorts of insider knowledge on Madagascar 4. According to them, this project was set to be the final film in the franchise, ending the Madagascar IP as a quadrilogy. Story-wise, the next chapter was to see the zoo animals deciding on their future and what to do with the rest of their lives. A real Toy Story 4 approach, just several years earlier. The revelation was going to be that the 4 realized that each of them belong in different places and habitats, and that's where they want to spend the rest of their lives, which, to me at least, makes perfect sense and would be a great thematic beat for the bigger picture of the idea. Or maybe I'm still just liking the aftermath of Toy Story 4. Zoo animals are artificially crammed together despite natively existing across the entire globe. And though this particular pack of characters have adapted and enjoy the company of each other on an individual basis, they each almost require being set apart in their own lives. Also, apparently Alex was set to meet his mate, which wasn't that kind of already covered with the love interest in the 3rd film? Either way, as the story continues to unravel, the 4 friends would begin to realize that, quote, friendship does not only mean going on adventures together, but also true friendship will stand the test of time and distance. A potential route with some real emotional beats intertwined in it all, and a seemingly obvious ending considering the varying joys each character has had at different moments in each location they visited over the years. Of course, this info is again from an unnamed source and could easily just be a fancy piece of fan fiction, but I figured it would be interesting to mention. It certainly has me hooked more on the idea that they just repeat Madagascar 1 again. A year on from this news of the film at least being on a release schedule and at least existing in some capacity, DreamWorks Animation began going under some big